Oh, it's going.
Okay. All right, that was fun.
Hey, YouTube yanked us.
Yeah, we got banned.
YouTube came in.
We were talking about Tucker Carlson for too long, I guess.
YouTube came in, took their hand, put it around our throat, and then said, "No,
Yeah.
no more."
What a joke.
Oh well.
Oh well, moving on. No more Tucker, I guess.
Oh well.
I don't know if that's what it was. It had to have been. That's the only thing we were talking
I
about.
mean, there's some words that
Unless it was one of the like in between conversations we were having. But
maybe. I
I
mean,
don't know.
Maybe
I
I
feel like
got
we
the
didn't say anything.
yeah.
the NAZI word.
Oh, it might have been that.
Mm.
That word will
It
get you
might have been
pulled.
that.
There's a lot of
That's stupid.
there's quite a few things. Um,
Hmm.
it's weird. You're not allowed to talk about that, huh?
Right.
That's weird. Like yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
But yeah,
Moving
we
on,
can
I
move
guess.
on. We could talk about some other BS.
Yeah.
Some Biden stuff. Nothing like some private bank transactions.
Right. Yeah. So they're saying the Treasury is um taking what do you call it buzzwords.
Oh
They've
yeah.
got some buzzwords that they can. This is a Fox News article, so we already know how that goes.
Yeah, it's Fox News.
Yeah. I can't believe I can't believe they ended our stream like that. That was bullshit, man. That was bullshit.
I also just went back onto your channel. So like when I used to look up your name, Merchants of Liberty. I mean, it's a pretty unique name. It used to show like all your videos. Now it only shows your channel.
Oh, it shows the channel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
They just got shadow banned.
we got shadow banned immediately.
Yep.
Dang.
I think it was the
The one.
sidebar conversation we had.
Yeah. Maybe.
Did we say something that hurt your feelings, YouTube?
Yeah. Damn.
Or just you didn't want somebody to hear?
Yeah, I think it was the sidebar conversation. Oh, look here. So we were going to talk about sharks later. Look at this. Massive shark found dead in Rhode Island. Let's open that and talk about that later.
Massive shark found dead on Rhode Island.
Okay. What's this all about now?
Uh,
Treasury confirms
the-
terms like MAGA, Trump, Kamala Biden used in private bank transaction searches. So they're
Tim Scott
using
also-
these words to search your bank history.
Oh, cool. You're gonna see a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
Because
What does that have to do with anything?
the only thing I can afford these days is some eggs and bread.
Eggs and bread.
No,
I'm
the prices
kinda,
of everything.
I'm kind
are
of confused.
insane.
Why are they looking for
I don't
those
know.
terms?
You know what? This
Jan
was sent
6
to me and I-
related.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
right here. Began shortly after January 6th under the prior administration. Included terms such as Antifa, MAGA, Trump, Biden, Kamala, Schumer, and Pelosi.
So it's basically taking the Patriot Act and
Expanding it.
expanding
Yeah.
it. That's exactly and into your bank
Yeah.
to
into
figure
your
out
bank.
what you're spending your money on.
But what does that have to do with these
But why are they looking at
terms?
it? Like,
Yeah, why?
Because anybody that any normal person they deem as a threat. So if you're not falling in line, if you go out and buy a firearm and they see that on your bank history,
Yeah, and you're
You're a
talking
threat.
bad about these people or whatever.
yeah.
You went and bought a gun and you're talking about.
Well, that's
blah, blah,
part of
blah.
the same thing that we talked about last time, the anti-militia bill thing.
That's gonna be a big deal, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That's exactly what that is. So anybody that doesn't fall in line, yeah,
Oh, here's the documents.
anybody that doesn't follow line represents a flagrant violation of Americans. Privacy.
Where'd you see that?
That's Tim
Oh, I
Scott.
hate right here. Yeah.
It's just more ways to violate the constitutional rights of the citizens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in all honesty, this really should be just dead on arrival anyway. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's unconstitutional.
Yeah, I think there's one thing that I'm noticing with unconstitutional stuff. The more and more unconstitutional stuff that you push, no matter what kind of majority you have in the Supreme Court, no matter what, the more and more you push, it takes time to get that stuff through Supreme Court.
That's it usually
They're pushing
sits
so
anyway.
much bullshit
Yeah.
that it's going to take time to even redo it or get rid of it.
Mhm.
So it's not something that
Oh, here you go.
can be done instantly.
There's a
Which
buzzword
it should
for
be.
you.
Yep.
Oh, that one too. That
Wait,
one.
you can't
that
buy
one.
it?
Will, yeah, you can't talk about the Bible either.
You can't buy a Bible. So
So
If
they're
they see
they're
in your-
linking Christian people to. Oh, here you go.
yeah.
There. There. Oh.
That's a whole lot of buzzwords.
Yeah, it is.
I'm still kind of confused. Like they search for this stuff, then what? They like put you on a list or something?
Oh yeah.
I mean, or do they send somebody to your door? I don't know.
Yeah, like you just
Yeah.
can't look that stuff up.
You can't look that stuff up. You can't buy stuff that, like, what happens if you buy a Hawaiian T-shirt?
Yeah.
That
Like-
one,
like
that one
they
right
s-
there.
Like
They see on your your bank history, you just went out and bought a Hawaiian T-shirt, and they go, "Oh, this is a boogaloo."
Right. I've warned them on this podcast.
what? That's so weird. Like my friend just went out. You turned 18. He went out and got a shotgun. Like what? Is he now listed because he
I don't know.
Used
Does he
his
post
right?
on Facebook about like
posted
how
on
much
his,
he doesn't like the president and stuff?
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't get too political, but like.
No?
So what? So if he did have like a political view and he just said that he got a firearm because he trap shoots, that's like, then
Is
he gets listed.
Is he religious?
Yeah, he's religious.
No.
Oh, so now
he
he's
could
getting-
easily fall under this.
The purchase of books like the Bible.
Yeah.
That's
That's
They're
that's
just-
weird.
Yeah, they're trying to demonize anybody that is right wing, perceived right wing. You don't even
He's
have
not
to actually be
He
right
is not
wing.
right wing at any means.
Doesn't matter if you're
Yeah.
perceived right wing because you're a gun owner or you whatever.
hold on. Every single American in this country would fall under those. Every single one of those. At least one.
In that case, then
With their
it's just
with
to-
their belief
just to-
system.
just to see what you're doing.
Because you have Antifa.
What is this? Groiper.
Sounds, I don't know.
That
I would-
sounds kind of anti-Semitic, if
That-
anything.
that
Oh, and then you
that sounds
got
like
these-
some child stuff.
oh, it could be.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm
either.
looking it up right now, so maybe I'm gonna get listed.
It doesn't matter.
You better be
You're
careful what
listed
you
anyway.
look at.
They are a white nationalist and far right activist.
Oh, okay. Sounds right.
White nationalist.
They are internet trolls who are notable for their attempts to introduce far right policies.
Oh well, you could have just ended at trolls. Trolls are just trolls.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, they're just trolls.
they
That's
seem
it.
like a pretty like memey
Yeah.
like community that
sounds
is also
right.
really far right. So.
That's basically
sounds right.
everything on there. They're all like just memey.
like
Right.
you want to
Like-
see their flag?
and they're
it's
being
Pepe,
taken
their flag is
seriously
Pepe the
enough to where
Frog.
they were gonna want to spy on your fucking bank account.
Their flag is Pepe the Frog.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
Like,
then, yeah.
So yeah, so
It's
obviously
literally
you
a
should get
joke.
listed,
So why,
yeah.
they're
Dude,
looking
that's
at
a-
your bank account over a joke.
That's a Pepe with a rising sun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
like that's obviously a joke. That's weird.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh. That's most.
I mean, is anybody surprised here? I'm not.
We live in a weird. Oh my god. I don't
Speaking
even
of
know,
speaking of
man.
weird, here,
Yeah.
check this out. I don't know if you've seen this one or heard of it, but this is a good one. This is your commander in chief, everybody.
As you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli side.
Mexico borders Israel now.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dude, this guy right here has control of the nuclear football.
Yes. 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 Let's do that
It's
again.
very concerning.
As you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him.
I
convinced
talked
him
to
open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli
killing me.
side.
Dude, he's saying that with so much conviction too.
Yeah, he is,
As you
dude. He's
know-
like,
So much confidence.
he
Initially-
means it.
But
That's funny.
hey Joe. No.
Time to resign, buddy.
Yeah, it's time to go.
I think this is the same one. It might. Let's try it. Let's just watch it. It
As
is.
you know,
Yeah.
initially,
come
the president of Mexico,
on.
Sisi,
Let me watch it
did
again.
not want to open up the gate to allow
Yeah, all those
humanitarian
Mexicans running
material to
into
get in. I
Israel.
talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate.
I talked to him.
I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the
Real big
Israeli
bro.
side.
You gotta be.
As
kidding
you
me.
know, initially,
Man. Yeah. So
80 million votes.
right. Caleb, you're a young spry man. What are your thoughts on a old person like that has control of the military, nuclear weapons, all kinds of just stuff? that-
Honestly, I don't know how he didn't get more votes.
Right.
Like,
He should have got them all.
You should've
Yeah.
got 'em all.
Actually,
all
it
of 'em.
shouldn't have been a contest between Trump and Biden. It should-
No, no, it shouldn't even been a question. That was obviously that's the
That's
best guy.
Yeah, this is the best choice. Just outright.
Let's get him again.
Oh,
May-
yeah, no.
maybe there is a big problem with that, though. Maybe.
Maybe.
maybe
Just
they're
maybe.
maybe they're walking over there.
Yeah, they're definitely walking right across that border.
Yeah, going
Yeah,
through
definitely.
America, up through Alaska, somehow getting to Russia, and they go all the way down.
Bro,
To Russia.
down to-
The crazy thing is Israel has one of the most secure borders.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
they
don't even
do.
know how you freaking confuse that.
But it's funded by us.
No, it's 100% funded by us, but they have,
We dump way more money into their border than we do our own.
yeah.
It's crazy. That's another reason they're flooding people is it's more taxes. Because they spend money, just like everybody else.
Yeah, this dude just needs to resign though.
Dude, yeah.
Needs to burn. Oh, what's this one?
This is
Some more fire?
Yeah, more fire. No, this is actually the fire we already had
Oh.
in Maui. It's just a little bit more stuff on it. I found earlier this week.
Oh yeah, this doesn't surprise me. They're putting us back toward the fire. They corralled those people right into
Yeah.
right into the fire. It was such a miss.
Yeah, let's check
in the
this
house.
out.
How many people?
So this is a 911 call.
Can't get out. There's no way out. Yes. Okay. They're working on the fire. All I can tell you is to get out of that area.
Devastated, dude.
They're working on it. Dead end. Hello.
Hello.
911 emergency. Okay, how are we supposed to get out of here? They put us on a Haltane Road and they locked the gate and they made us all turn around.
Why did they lock the gate?
Wait, I'm sorry.
And we're in Lahaina.
Okay, ma'am.
Dude,
They
even
put
the
you-
even the
what happened?
911
Yeah,
operator
she
was
she
like,
didn't even know
"Ooh,
what to think.
wait, what?"
They routed us straight through on the Kane Hall Road instead of going down to the main highway. And then now they shut the gate for everybody to go through, and
That was on
they put us
purpose.
going back
Yeah,
towards the
That's
fire
Just like they
now.
turned the water
So
off
what are
and
we
all that.
supposed to do in the middle of brushland?
Okay,
You
hold
can
on,
hear
ma'am.
the
Hold on.
panic in her voice,
911 emergency.
Ma'am, what do? I'm at Lahaina Surf. The fire is coming our way.
Ma'am,
I had-
if the fire is coming your
That's
way,
fucking
then
messed up,
leave
dude.
if you have to leave. Evacuate. Don't wait for somebody to tell you to do it.
But I cannot get out of my door. There's flames blowing into the house.
What? 911.
Hi, I called early about all my kids that I left in Lahaina Luna.
Okay, are you able to get to them, or is somebody going to
No.
get them and evacuate? Because
No,
everybody
they don't
needs
have
to
a car.
evacuate.
But I
Dude,
called
dang.
early
Hold
to
on.
see if they
These 911 operators are freaking weird.
Yeah,
They're talking really weird. Like, just what they're saying. Like, well, are you gonna get them or?
right. Almost like, I don't know. It is weird.
I think it's weird that they're like, "Hey, I can't get out of here," and then they're like, "Oh, well,
Well, you need
if
to
if
leave."
yeah, well, you need to leave the area." Well, yeah, that's
I
what
just
they're.
told you,
they're
no,
like,
leave.
No shit, Sherlock.
yeah, go solve another mystery. Like, that's they're literally telling you that they're locked in there, and you're just like, "Oh well, come on, you gotta leave." Like, why are you staying in the fire? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
come on, you
Yeah,
little
you should
little
probably leave
goofball.
early.
Why are you
Captain
staying in the
Obvious.
fire?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they're literally telling them that they're stuck. They can't leave it. They locked them like in there. Who locked
Yeah,
the
the
gates?
gate. Yeah, what's with the gate? That's weird.
they
I don't
can
think
get them because they
911
don't have
locked
a
the
car.
gates.
It's the 19.
But
Well,
who did?
Yeah, and it's weird because they like they routed traffic to specific areas.
Who's routing the traffic?
The
The
police did,
police?
from what.
The
from
police?
what-
Oh, it was the
yeah,
police?
from what people were saying.
Dude,
yeah.
they fucking routed them right in the path of the fire,
Yeah.
and then basically like corralled them right there. Like, you know the image of all those cars that
Mm-hmm.
like the line of cars that were all burned down
And
Yeah.
like melted
and melted. Those were all
The redirected.
directed to
Yeah.
that area.
to like basically a dead end. They had to just abandon their vehicles and stuff.
What?
Still a bunch of buses missing though.
I haven't heard anything about that either since then.
Why that sound? Not to make fun of that 911 call at all, but it sounded so kind of like robotic.
Mm.
It kind of did. I was almost going to say like almost like the 911 operators are AI.
It sounds like that, doesn't it?
I don't.
Kind of, but I don't want
Yeah.
to say for sure. But it
I
definitely.
bet it's really stressful in there.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
they have
they're
to
getting
keep
like hundreds and hundreds of calls about like, hey, there's a fire going on, and then like, I know that their job's like got to be hard.
It's,
Yeah.
Like you're
it's
trying to
stressful.
calm people down while like their whole entire everything that they've lived in their life is being burnt down in front of
Yeah.
them. But like, they're telling you like, hey, we need to get out of here. What's the way that we can get out of here? Oh,
Yeah,
well, you
yeah,
just
just
got
leave.
to leave. Like,
Right.
just leave. And then it's like, yeah, but they blocked us out. What's the next best way? You just got to get
Good
out
luck.
of there.
That
Like I bet they don't really have that answer, but like,
Right.
I mean, come on, like just telling them to leave. I mean, it's easy for me to say because I wasn't the operator. Like they could have been really stressed out telling a bunch of other people to do it. But
yeah.
it is really like that would be a really stressful job, but it's also very important to maintain your composure
Yeah.
and to be like something like that. Be like, hey, look, we don't have the people to get to you. And to be honest, like we don't have the people to get to you. You need to try and get yourself out and get
Right.
to safety. Like we will try and help, all we can, but we
Yeah.
can't.
That would be
So you
terrifying.
need to make sure to get yourself to safety right now.
Right.
Yeah,
would be
instead of
terrifying,
just
dude.
like
Yeah.
keep on leading them on the call, being like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know, we got people coming," and then it's like
Right.
people never came, and they just locked the gates and redirected them. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
The gate thing is beyond me.
I don't.
That 1911 operator's
doesn't
like,
make sense.
whoa, wait, what?
Yeah. Whoa. What?
Yeah,
we
that was
locked the
really the
gates.
only-
That's crazy.
That was really the only thing that stood out in this so far.
And they saw flames. What part of the house was on fire?
The trees above the house, I haven't spoken.
So did the structure itself catch on fire?
I'm understanding, yes. They just called to say, I love you, we're not going to make it.
It sounds kind of rude.
And they were unable. Did you tell them to get out
like
of the
annoyed
house?
that
Yes,
having
we've
to
been
do
trying to tell them. My dad was trying to fight the fire.
Okay, again, that you were not able to tell them just leave it, walk away, and be able. You know what I mean? I know their instinct is to put it out, but at this point,
Yes,
it's not
I
a good
tried
idea.
to tell them. We tried to tell them he had not left yet, and then the phone got disconnected. The last words he said is, I love you, we're not going to make it.
Yeah, some of those it's kind of similar. Now, being an operator like that would be harder than doing a job like a customer service job
Yeah.
over the phone. However, there's a certain aspect of that where you have to maintain your composure and basically maintain a certain emotion depending on the situation, but maintain certain emotions and not be calloused.
Yeah.
There's a
It'd
lot
be
of
kind of like working in the emergency room. It'd be similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like controversy on how it like started the whole fires. Like, what do you guys think?
Oh, it's definitely a direct
Yeah,
energy.
You think?
direct energy weapon for sure.
Because like I heard like the main theory is like power lines.
Well,
but
we
I-
talked about satellites. There was Chinese satellites that,
There's
that
two of them right when the fire started.
like, yeah, right as the fire started, there was these Chinese satellites that flew directly over where the fires like started.
that were full.
We talked about it on.
yeah.
on
I
one
know
of
I know the power lines thing. They said like it was so windy, and then the power lines came down and put sparks on the ground. But
Yeah.
don't
Well, and then
see-
there
I-
was the hurricane and
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like with it, Hawaii is like a notoriously windy place, obviously, because it's surrounded by ocean.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be really windy.
But they
like
also
you're telling me that they didn't like plan about that when making the power lines.
well they also
like-
had planned to build a smart city there, like a 15-minute
Lahaina.
city in Lahaina. And like the destroyed area is exactly where they blueprinted their little smart city.
Yeah, so if you
Hmm.
live in a area that is planning on having a smart city, leave.
Maybe move, yeah.
Leave.
What's a smart city
Because
again? It's
Smart city is like a 15-minute city where there's everything you need within a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like I know in like what is it, the Middle East or somewhere between the Middle East and Africa, they're like building like a wall.
A wall,
Yeah.
yeah. I forget the name of it. I think it's called the Line or something like that. It's a wall, a city.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like everything that you need in that.
Bro,
in that
movies
wall.
are supposed to be
city.
fictional.
Yeah,
Right.
honestly,
So are books, but
Holy crap.
like
Yeah.
cyberpunk type stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Holy crap.
or Orwell's 1984.
1984, yeah. Or Animal Farm. The
Um,
same thing.
yeah. So like, they were talking about building a smart city there, and they needed that land in Lahaina, but it's native land, and they had some sort of contract that stated that it always will be unless there's a natural disaster, and then the state can come and claim that land. Natural disaster.
Yes, preserved land. Yeah.
I mean, call me crazy, I guess, but
Well,
I
that's
don't know. 2 + 2 = 4 last time I checked.
the crazy thing is like with it being even like if you tried to consider a natural fire from something like a power line or however like they claim it to be started naturally, the cars that were in that area were like melted into the cement,
Yeah, there was like pictures of
which was
flowing like molten liquid out of the bottom of the car, and where it had flowed out and then rehardened again.
It's just
That takes like
unnaturally
insane
hot.
heat to.
Yeah, unnaturally hot.
And then
That's-
there was like literally feet away, an unburnt tree, no scorch marks or anything on it.
So weird. And
That's
it's like-
crazy.
it was like
It's really getting that hot. Like with like mild steel and stuff like that, it's 2,750 degrees Celsius. That is the
Yeah.
melting point of
Yeah.
mild steel, which is what a lot of like steel is on cars. You're telling me the fires reach 2,750 degrees Celsius?
it's impossible
and like
naturally.
that's like it being its coldest.
Even
at
with that
melting point.
hurricane,
Yeah.
Like if it's flowing molten metal, like
it's hot.
I weld
Yeah,
flowing
actually,
molten
here-
metal at like 9,000 to 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Look it
like
up.
at that moment.
look it up.
Yeah.
What am I looking up?
Just Lahaina cars or something
I
along
don't really
those
know how to
lines.
spell Lahaina.
The molten lava.
I-
What the hell you
Mid-
type?
It's molten.
You just type in Maui. AM.
Yeah, or Maui. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Well, that's not it.
It's.
Oh, I just
there
saw
was,
one.
There was a
I just saw
picture
Oh,
one.
you did?
Yeah,
right there.
Make that full screen.
What?
You can't tell me that that's possible with natural fire. You know what I mean? Like with it flowing like that.
Yeah. Look, here's another one.
Oh, that was Tennessee.
Oh, this is.
Oh, it looks
Tennessee.
like it came from the rims. It might have been like a weaker alloy.
Yeah.
Oh, aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the last?
Yeah,
one?
that kind of looks like
I
hard.
don't know where the last one was from.
That looks like a.
looks like the same car.
Yeah.
That looks like aluminum. That makes sense. It's like,
That would
look
make
up-
sense with
type in
aluminum. That's,
Maui.
What, 1,500?
Maui melted cars or something.
Mm.
yeah, that looks more like aluminum than steel. That makes a little bit more sense.
That wasn't the pictures I seen. But
No, same.
Right. Yeah. So it's the aluminum, but still.
That's
it's
still
hot.
crazy
I
hot.
mean, it's
though.
hot.
That's
I like,
hot.
and they're just, yeah, it's still really insanely hot.
Aluminum turns into molten. At
Well,
like,
look that up.
what's the melting point?
Melting point of
1500?
aluminum. Yeah, it's yeah, 15 something.
I think it's
that,
like 15 or 17.
Let's do that.
Oh,
660 Celsius.
I don't know what that is in temperature. I think that's like 1500.
It was just there.
Oh, it was.
1200. Okay, we were a little high, but that's,
But like 1,200 is like its coldest. Like you'd be soldering at that point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be flowing out. So it's got to be a lot hotter than that.
Right.
Like I
I don't know. It's
like I
definitely
weld
crazy.
aluminum pretty hot and it immediately freezes. Like
Yeah,
it's a really
yeah.
like fast hardening, fast
Yeah.
freezing
It's
type.
it's really good at
type thing.
heat
like
dissipation.
dissipating heat.
Yeah, that's why heat sinks are usually aluminum.
So. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of fires, there's a fire that nobody's been talking about in Chile.
In Vina Del Mar.
And
Chile.
yeah, that same scenario. Their like entire town is absolutely decimated. I think I have pictures here
Yeah.
too. Yeah, look at this.
Wonder if there's any.
Does that look familiar? That's a
Yeah,
hurricane. This one's from a hurricane. This says 122 lives.
You know, I wonder if there's any smart cities in Vina Del Mar.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah. Oh wait, this is planned for Vina Del Mar.
That's all in Spanish. They're talking about climate crisis in the community.
Yeah.
That's always a talking point with smart cities is about the climate.
So what are smart cities supposed to be pretty resistant to natural disasters or something like that? Are smart cities supposed to be pretty resistant to natural disasters or anything like that?
I don't think they care about that. I think they
No,
just care
I
about
think it's about
confining people to
control.
one location, controlling what they do, controlling what they,
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, like they brought up the climate. Like, what about the climate?
Oh, that's
it's-
always a talking point to get people to move to those areas. Like, oh, we're going to be 100% sustainable.
More energy
Right.
efficient
Yeah.
and stuff like
well,
that.
it's the same.
And it's never going to be the case. You're going to live in complete communism, and you're going to hate your
Yeah.
life.
It's the same thing with like carbon tax. What's a carbon tax going to fix with the climate?
Nothing.
What's about the carbon
It-
tax? I haven't heard that much.
It's just the carbon tax.
The
that they
idea
wanna-
of charging you
yeah.
for how much carbon you're producing.
for how much carbon emission that you put out.
How would
to pay
they
a
track
tax for
that?
it.
Yeah, you pay a tax for it.
How would that affect the environment? And how would they even detect it?
Yeah, how would they track that? Like
Oh,
like
they-
everything that you buy emits carbon.
Emits carbon.
Yes, exactly. Even if you don't buy it, the carbon's still being emitted.
Yeah, even if you don't buy, I mean, they still made the thing.
Yeah, they still
Like,
made
it's
the
not-
thing.
it's not
They're
like-
still going to deliver the thing across the country,
Yeah.
across the world.
How are
Doesn't
they?
matter if
So
you
what?
buy
They
it or
track
not.
every single purchase they track. Like that doesn't really make much sense to me. Like, how would they even
Right.
track that type of stuff?
Yeah,
But
I don't
even
know.
like even if there is a carbon emissions problem, okay, hypothetically, I don't believe there is because I think the Earth goes through natural cycles of weather changing and everything.
Mhm.
Which have we sped it up? Yeah, probably, but it's probably a minute amount. But how would
I don't think we did.
Yeah, if we did, it's a
very minimal
Yeah,
effect,
it's
yeah.
very very minimal. But if you're paying a tax, how in the hell is that tax, a carbon tax, going to fix what they deem the problem?
Yeah, I don't really think it's just gonna help anything. It's just like another.
It's just padding somebody's pocket.
It's just another tax. Like, it's not gonna stop people. Like, people don't just go out and buy things for just like, what are they trying to be like? Oh well, don't go out and buy this thing because you might have to pay a carbon tax on it. Like, no, people
Right.
are still gonna buy it. Like, people don't buy things because people don't not buy things because of like a sales tax.
Right.
Like, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
the sales tax. I mean, a sales tax does get pretty extreme, especially with like
Yeah.
Right.
really
Especially
expensive
if
type
yeah,
things.
You're getting
Like,
higher
you
dollars
start to
you
take an
get.
account for it, but like little things can emit a lot of carbon.
Right.
And
Even like you look at bread.
Yeah.
When bread is made, the farmers that are getting all the wheat fields and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
yeah, and like
There's so much.
like tires for a car, people aren't that emits a lot of carbon. Do you think people are just
Right.
gonna stop buying tires because they're like, oh
Exactly.
yeah, like it's gonna emit a lot of carbon,
Yeah,
you know,
same
and I'm
thing
gonna
with the
have to pay the
fossil
tax
fuel.
on it.
Right. It's the same thing with the fossil fuel argument too. Like, we're never gonna stop using them.
Yeah,
We need them
No.
for multiple other. It's not just gasoline and diesel. We use petroleum for way too many things.
Right.
well, yeah,
Unless somehow they change the way we do other things in our world, aside from driving vehicles and moving boats and trucks and trains and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we're never gonna stop using it.
and a lot of like electric cars are powered through power grids that use
Yeah.
fossil fuels to
Yeah.
charge those vehicles, and then they take batteries which emit
Yeah.
lots of carbons and
Yeah.
a lot of carbon and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like, it's not really gonna like stop people from doing fossil fuels, nor do I really think it's gonna make much of a
No.
difference.
No.
Nothing's gonna change. And then
Yeah.
they nothing's ever gonna change, and then they just give themselves a reason to tax you for it. So
Well, and
it's
it's
win-win for them.
right. And it's also crazy how many times they said, "Oh no, by this year the world's gonna end."
Yeah.
How
that's
many
happened
times have they said
several
that?
times? Yeah.
And it's like, well, not even
Yeah,
just
not just
Y2K, but like, oh, the oceans are rising. Like, they're still selling beachfront property. Do you think a mortgage company is going to do a 30-year mortgage on a house that's on the beach if they think that that beach is not going to be there in 30 years?
Yes, they
You
would.
think so?
Yes. Insurance is a scam. They're gonna get their
I
money
mean,
anyway.
yeah, that's true. They would get their
They're gonna
insurance.
get their money anyway.
But an insurance company wouldn't. Like, somewhere down the line, a company's going to step in and be like, no, that's too risky because we're going
Right.
to lose our ass on it.
right.
But
Well,
yeah, what's our next thing?
I have this video that I've had saved for a while. I figured we'll pull it up and watch it.
Oh, the Gaza.
Yeah, this is about
Hamas.
Gaza. I think it basically is talking about everything you know about it is a lie.
Taking shelter inside a church in northern Gaza have been killed by Israeli snipers.
else
Some
is
witnesses say the woman was shot in cold blood at the Holy Family Catholic Church. One was killed while she was carrying her elderly mother to safety.
That is not the full story. So there are 300 Christians taking refuge in a Catholic church in Gaza. We know they are Christian because 2 of them are related to politicians in the United Kingdom. So there is no Hamas. So you see this cute little diagram over here? They put a tank outside the church and they shot the generator. And then the facilities manager went out and was like, I gotta fix this generator because we don't have electricity. And the sniper kills him. And unknowing to this mom over here was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom too. So right around that time where his body's still decomposing, she walks out to go use the bathroom. And apparently he was nice enough to let her use it before shooting at her too. And then her daughter noticed that her mom was being shot at, ran to go save her, and then she got killed by the sniper. That's the story. I don't know what to tell you.
The Defence Force says didn't happen, wasn't there?
Well, I think that's hard to believe, frankly, because the people in Gaza and the Cardinal Archbishop of Jerusalem, they're not given to tell lies.
So you don't believe the Israeli Defence Force?
No, I don't.
Israel is calling the Pope a liar. Granted, they don't have the best track record when it comes to kids, but I think I'm going to believe the Pope on this one.
I mean, I don't know where to go with that one. Because I don't believe either one.
Yeah, right. I mean, the only thing I gathered out of it was war criminals doing war crimes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Do I think an innocent child was shot? Yeah, 100%.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. But do I believe that the Pope? Nope.
No.
Do I believe IDF? Nope.
Nope.
I am good.
How about this one? Marines identify 5 killed in training flight helicopter crash. This happened a few days ago. Well, what's today?
I mean,
this is from the 9th. Yeah,
was that the
Marine
missing
helicopter crash
that everybody was talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
I heard that there was a missing helicopter. I didn't know it was a crash.
Well, we actually have another story about a helicopter, and it might be the one you're talking about.
Right.
A missing helicopter?
Yeah.
It was either a missing
not
helicopter
missing
or
now.
a missing plane or something like that.
It's a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually have that. We'll have that up too later.
So they were.
So there's 5 killed in this helicopter crash.
How long were they on training for? Were they newer?
Not sure.
I would almost guess that was a newer trainees that were. That Kyle
this
Rittenhouse?
guy's probably.
Just kidding. That one right there. But
there's there's 3 captains.
He does.
Yeah, they
doesn't
do
he?
look young, except for
this
guy's probably the oldest.
It says that dude's 23 or 21 or 23. He doesn't. He looks like he's 12.
Yeah, there's a captain. There's 3 captains here. Oldest is 28.
So
this
there
was the helicopter.
There were some captains.
Yeah, they were probably the pilots.
Oh, they were
like the crew.
That's a big boy. What is that?
This is they talked about it up here. Super Stallion. CH-53E. Looks like the heavy chopper in Warzone.
That looks like.
Oh, so this is where it happened.
That big girl looks like she's a lot to handle. Honestly.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want.
That's a beefy.
Yeah.
helicopter.
Does it go into how it crashed, or is it just we're crashing?
Oh, I didn't even have the thing up the whole time.
Oh, oh man, that's a big girl.
Yeah. I think they're about the size of a Chinook. They just don't have the twin rotors.
Twin rotors, right?
I think they're about that size. They're pretty good.
You're flying a big girl like that. You better hold on to your stick.
That's right. That's unfortunate, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
These 5 didn't make it.
There must have been some type of malfunction with the craft.
Right.
The problem is a lot of our.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says.
A lot of our helicopters and stuff like that, except for Blackhawks, they get updated pretty
Yeah, they say there's an investigation.
The Blackhawks get updated pretty
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 frequently, I
frequently.
think. Yeah. I mean, they've been around for quite a
helicopters
while.
like that, like the Super Stallion. You don't really hear of them a whole lot, which I would imagine they probably don't get as much maintenance done to them as.
Like outdated.
Yeah, they probably get
Yeah, a
just as
little
much as
outdated.
the rest.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
not as new as technology.
Yeah, it could have
Just
just,
main- just-
right, or it could have just been a.
Aren't a
failure
lot
of
of
some sort.
helicopters designed for if like the engine were to stop, the rotor
Yeah,
still
they
spin?
kinda
auto
from
rotation.
the-
Auto
yeah.
rotation and
Yeah.
That's just like I feel like helicopters are especially a lot safer than planes.
Oh, 100%.
So I just
Yeah, but the crazy thing about a helicopter is like they shouldn't. It should be physically impossible for them to fly. The only reason they stay in the air is because those blades are beating the piss out of the air. Like they're just beating
Oh
it
yeah,
into
they're
submission.
beating it into submission. Yeah,
Mm.
they're just like, nah. I'm just.
It's
gonna hang out
insane.
here.
They have to create. Well, I guess airplanes create their own lift too. But I mean, like, I don't know. Helicopters are weird. Like they shouldn't. They
Right.
shouldn't be able to do what they do, but they do it.
Well, it's crazy because you have a blade that's spinning, and then you have to have your tail blade that's spinning
Yeah,
to counteract
counter the torque.
the
Yeah.
torque of the motor. Yeah, it's
Well-
it's. There's so much to a I wouldn't want to learn how to fly a helicopter.
I would love to.
because there's so much to control them.
I would love to.
I mean, it would
that'd
be
be
fun.
pretty cool.
But there's so much interaction with the helicopter that you have to do, like with your feet controlling the trim.
Yeah, you have to be like multi-coordinated.
You're
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have
you're playing
throttle,
with your yoke,
you
your
have
stick.
Yeah, you have throttle and cyclic on one stick, which is your pitch and the rotational speed, and then you have rudder on your feet, and then you have the cyclic for
Yeah.
all the other directions, and it's all done in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought that like, but if the engine does shut off, helicopters are pretty safe because like
Well, yeah, because you can auto rotate.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
know like ultralights and stuff like that. They're pretty safe too.
Yeah.
Although- and gyrocopters. Well, gyrocopters can be really
Gyrocopters are basically a helicopter, but they have to be propelled forward to.
yeah.
Right.
The kind of lift. Although I did hear some kind of bad stuff about gyrocopters
They
being
were
pretty
dangerous as
unsafe
hell,
because
yeah.
they're unlike a helicopter. Yeah, it's being projected
Well,
forward.
they
So
can.
if the-
Yeah, they have to be in
Yeah.
in forward motion, and if you bank them too hard, they stall incredibly easily.
yeah,
Easy.
that's because they have to be heavily maintained. Because if they stall, I mean, you're
Yeah.
just a brick at that point.
Yeah,
That
you're a
was
falling
because
brick.
it needs to be pushed forward. But if it just doesn't push forward anymore,
Yeah, they stall super easy
yeah,
because they don't have a wing.
yeah. I heard ultralights are pretty safe though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you don't need a license.
You don't
for
need
them.
or nor do you for a gyrocopter, which I thought was weird.
Right.
But yeah, I know you don't need one for an ultralight.
You don't need a license for an ultralight.
No,
No.
it just has to be under what 5 gallons.
I
Oh,
think 5 gallons or something like that.
Can't be over 5
Same thing with like a
gallons.
paraglider, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
powered
Yeah.
paraglider sort of deal.
You don't need a license for a paraglider.
No,
No,
I don't think you even
You just
need one
need that
for
much money.
a hot air balloon.
actually,
you wanna go paragliding?
I would like to. yeah.
paragliding.
fun.
I looked at like kits for them as like I was just curious. 5 to 10 grand.
Oh, that ain't that.
No, they're
To
not so
buy
bad.
a
paragliders.
paragliding-
Yeah, you can get one on like AliExpress for like 4,000.
You-
Yeah, but I would be buying some expensive
Sure,
paragliders.
Sally.
There's no way that
I
I
don't
would
know, I
be.
don't-
Yeah, I would be
think if
buying
you knew
the
enough
most
about 'em,
expensive
if you
one
get
that they
like
got.
a shitty one, you could fix it up and make
Yeah,
it
you could
work, and
fix
you
it up.
still only a couple thousand into it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Anyways,
As long as
here's one that'll get you stirred up a little bit. I'm just gonna.
yeah. I was
So
gonna
this,
transition to it and been like,
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as a paraglider doesn't have a transmission, but
Oh, I see.
yeah, I don't know.
This person, is not getting any charges for doing unsavory things to small.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, not cool. Not getting any sort of punishment at all. Reduce the bond from 100,000 to 5,000. That's a big reduction. And this will just likely be a Don't do that again.
Did they get like Saul Goodman on that case that reduced that?
Saul Goodman,
Like,
yeah.
I'm trying
That's
to
a
remember
really
what-
big reduction.
I'm trying to remember what this person did. What was the charge in the first place? I know it was abusing.
Assaulting a minor.
Oh, hold on, go
Oh,
up.
here's a article.
Oh yeah,
oh,
that's
the
right. She was a
daycare- okay.
daycare worker.
This was a few years ago, wasn't it, or was it just like last year?
Yeah, she started
February
doing-
23.
She was doing things to the child when she was changing the diaper. He was changing the diaper.
Wow. And it getting his sentence reduction.
And they're not facing any. No.
Nothing, no charges. Also not surprising.
No.
It's just like those immigrants in New York that beat up the cops and then they got let out on no bail.
Right.
They were just recently arrested in Pennsylvania, I heard.
Wow, Saul Goodman's going all over. He's really like
Saul Goodman, yeah. Saul Goodman,
He's all
yeah,
going
he's
from
on
New
a
York
roll.
to
Somebody call him Saul?
Pennsylvania? Yeah. Wow.
Somebody
Yeah.
calling Saul. Huh?
Speaking of immigrants, here's a good one for you. This is a 15-year-old
You gotta
from
get it up on the.
Yeah. This is a 15-year-old from Venezuela. He was shooting at tourists, or he shot one, and this is him crying while he's getting arrested. His mom is wailing in the background.
I just put my report. Go ahead. You read on me? You read on. I got a video. Tell me later. I'll send a video.
I don't know what's the consequences for that.
It kind of
He's
reminds
really
me of
young,
the
too.
Antifa leader that was crying after like the goon squad beat him up.
Oh God.
Did I have that on?
Yeah, you had it up.
I don't remember changing it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
this
hear
is-
it on the thing. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Antifa leader getting
At least I think
like
he-
crying after.
I
he
think
got
I
beat
had
by
it
the
up.
goon squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
can
was
hear it on
fine.
the.
Okay. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Yonkers.
So he's just shooting at random people.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, in Times
And this
Square.
is in New York. Go
Yeah.
figure. The place is going crazy, man.
Yeah,
I would
dude,
want to go there.
not want to go to New York right now.
My mom went there for a concert.
Yeah.
In, I
Did
think,
everything go
October.
good?
Yeah.
That's good.
She said she won't ever go back.
No.
I don't blame her. I think this is this next one I think is the one you were talking about, Caleb. The missing helicopter.
Helicopter with 6 people on board crashes in a remote area of San Bernardino County.
No survivors located at this time. I think actually in this article they say that they're saying 6 dead in this one.
Yeah, Mojave. That would be San Bernardino.
NTSB.
The EC-130 helicopter.
Let's look up what that is. Yeah.
It's a small one. Yeah. So it's probably somebody's private
Yeah.
helicopter.
Yep. It is pretty fancy looking. Let's look up the price.
1.5. Oh, 1.8.
Ooh. That's a steep one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So who was on that?
Do
they know who was on that helicopter? Obviously it's somebody with money.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's a really expensive helicopter. I know.
Yeah, it
I
is.
know. Like any aircraft is pretty expensive, but
Right.
I mean,
Could you-
1.8 mil is
Could you look that up?
crazy.
See if
Helicopter
anybody's on-
crash. Passengers. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah,
California.
California.
maybe add passengers or. What top Nigerian banker among 6 dead in California height?
Really?
Yeah.
Nigerian bank CEO.
There's that same picture of the NTSB there.
Yeah.
Top Nigerian banker among 6 dead in California helicopter crash. Yeah.
Banker, a Nigerian lawyer.
Okay.
The Nigerian prince. So nobody's gonna get those emails anymore.
Right. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
All right, so it's Nigerian banker. Was there any? It doesn't say. It's a banker and a lawyer. It looks
Banker
like,
and a lawyer, and then probably a few friends or something.
Yeah, crew members.
Crew members, yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
I don't know. There's like been a lot of plane crashes and helicopter crashes.
Yeah,
and,
more than normal.
like here's another plane crash. This one, we're gonna have to find out about this one. This one crashed on the highway. Went viral earlier this week.
Bro.
That looks like a little. What's that?
Yeah, it looks like a prop.
Oh my
Is
god.
that a Huey? No way. There's a Huey just killing that.
It took the top off that truck.
Yeah, that's a. No, that's a little jet. Looks like no.
I wonder if we can find out who.
What was the tail number?
It's hard to tell. All I see is
K6.
523K6.
Oh, 523K6.
I think that's a 5, but there should be an N.
Yeah.
You think that's a 5, Caleb, or a 6?
Go to full screen. Oh, it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's either a 5 or a 6. See if you can Google that. Just pull up a new tab and.
It looks like a dual prop Cessna.
What was it?
N523K6. N52.
Well, let's try 6.
Oh, okay. 23K6. That's not that.
Nope, that's not that one. That's
Replace-
not even the same number. Not that one. Type in tail number after that.
No.
Normally you can look that stuff up. Type in Naples, Florida plane crash. Where was that?
Yeah, it's see that plane.
Oh, you can see the number here. Kinda.
So
9.
it's a
Is that a
dual
9?
jet.
It is a dual jet.
823.
Might be an 8.
823K6.
Oh, look. Is this the same one? No.
823K6. That actually, the crazy thing is in that other. Yeah, that other image, it looked like a smaller plane.
Yeah, it did.
Small plane. So
Departed from Ohio.
that looks like a smaller, like private jet type plane.
2 dead. Oh. What's that one say?
You went offline?
That was weird. Well, now we're online.
Oh, there's somebody who was typing to us as well.
Yeah, what are you looking for? It's so that was a bomb Bombardier Challenger 600 jet.
Yeah, we were just looking for the.
And there was 5 people on
jet.
board.
I didn't notice we had a commenter there. That's on me.
Yay, we're back.
I don't know what we're having issues today with the stream. Well, we got shut down.
Yeah, we got suspended earlier.
Yeah, we got suspended. We don't know what we were talking about that got us. It said something about guidelines, didn't it?
I mean, yeah, it was a
Yeah, it
policy
said
violation.
suspended over guidelines.
I am pretty sure I know what we were talking about. It's just the
Yeah,
whole thing in general.
Right.
I think it was maybe about the, because like if you're running a stream that other people are running streams and it's a similar thing, you can get copyrighted, even though
Yeah,
you're
you can
not
get
really
hit.
falling under copyright, like.
Yeah, but they
anything
didn't
like
really
that.
tell us what it was either.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like they
might have an
would
email
tell you.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We might have an email about it. We'll have to check later.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, me neither. So
But yeah, we're back. All right.
yeah, we're back.
So yeah, what I was looking for is just what type of plane it was, because the plane actually looked like in the one image it actually looked like a small prop plane, like a dual prop.
It did look like it in that first.
Like maybe like a dual prop Cessna, but it's actually a jet plane.
Yeah.
But it's a small jet. The dual jet plane, but it looks like one of those small private jets.
Yeah, yeah,
It does say it was only 5 people on board and then 2 were dead.
yeah. 5 people on board
Yep.
right here.
This
those
so
two
that
peop-
specific jet can hold up to 14 passengers. So it's a small jet.
I thought maybe it was going to be
Yeah.
around 15.
Yeah, it's one of those small private jets. I don't know what.
There's been a lot of this kind of stuff lately, plane crashes and helicopter crashes, and
But yeah, damn.
on the highway. Could you imagine like being on your way home from work and all of a sudden
You just see a
that-
jet coming at you. You're
Yeah.
like, uh-oh.
Well, yeah, it's like when Harrison Ford like smashed his crane into a golf course. Like imagine
yeah.
golfing and then it was a
crash
walkover. It
landed
was a
in a
walkover
golf
plane.
course?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that was a
smashed
long time ago.
into-
Dang.
I think that's the end of the plane crash stuff that we have.
That's the end of the.
But we have another airplane thing we can talk about. Man dies on Lufthansa flight after coughing up liters of blood.
Well, that's not good.
Right. Plane was forced to turn around after the passenger, said to be German national, age 63, was pronounced dead on board.
So there's a flight from Bangkok to Munich.
How long is that flight, I wonder?
Not very long.
What happened to him? Man died after coughing up liters of blood on board a flight from Bangkok to Munich.
It began gushing out of his mouth and nose.
Wow. What happened, though? You have like some sort of
Dude, you're talking about like
embolism or
it says liters.
liters? Yeah, like he
that's
was like
plural.
bleeding out
So-
from his face.
Like a 2-liter pop bottle.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood.
What happened?
Dang.
Flight
What?
attendant spent around 30 minutes trying to resuscitate the man before he was declared dead.
Yeah, does it say anywhere
Right.
what it was, what caused it? Could it have been a pressure
Says
thing?
there was chaos. That's what I was thinking too.
Like if he had a severe disease or illness of some sorts that affected his lungs or his heart, because
He had to have had a rupture somewhere.
Yeah, isn't there a thing of like if you have heart issues, you're not supposed to go on a plane?
I think so, yeah.
Because of pressure. Same with like a pregnancy.
I don't know if it's really the pressure. I think it could be, I guess. But
Well, there's a thing like a pregnant woman is not supposed to fly on an
Right.
airplane because of the pressure.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense.
Huh. Well, that's
Well, that's wild, dude.
it'd be a messed up sight to see.
I don't know what it is about air travel lately, but like,
They're not supposed
No.
to fly on planes. Well, they're dumb. Yeah, they're not supposed to because of the pressure. It's the.
I didn't think the pressure was
Just yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit different. I go up in the
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Right.
Oh, he says
Yeah,
heart
that's
issues may
very-
cause internal bleeding due to pop veins. That's kind of what I
Yeah,
thought
that's
too.
very-
Was it had to have
It's
been
very true.
a rupture. That would suck, dude.
That'd be horrible.
Especially being in a place where there's like nothing anybody can do.
Right. Everyone's just sitting there watching this guy just.
Dude bleed out from his face. It'd be terrifying. This next one I have it's a few weeks old, and I seen it talked about on Instagram here and there, and it's kind of crazy that there was some bodies discovered behind a jail in Mississippi that, like, unmarked graves basically of people that gone missing, and there's one where a police officer had struck someone with their car and then they buried them out back.
Wow, that's messed up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't surprise me. It's as behind a jail.
Yeah, and they were just hiding it. I guess it was for a long time too.
Yeah.
215 bodies buried, unmarked graves.
That's
behind
absolutely
jails.
insane.
Jail in Jackson, Mississippi.
That's a lot of bodies to
And the families
find in an unmarked grave.
right.
Families were never notified.
Never notified, and from what I understood, like some of these were from like people in the prison that like just died, and then they took them out there and buried them.
Does it
They
say
didn't even
when,
tell anybody?
Does it say when these when these bodies were buried there? Like what the dates were?
Mm,
Were they recently?
it's hard telling. Some of these could be recent. Some of these have grass around them, but
Because like this is something that I could see being practiced like 40 years ago, and then older.
oh right, yeah, I can see that too.
I couldn't see it happening now, but if it's happening now, that's even more messed up.
Yeah. So this is a conversation between
It almost seems like it might be happening like recently.
That's what I think it is. So this is a conversation between Amna Nawatz. I don't know how to say her name. This is the author of this article and an attorney.
So the reason it started is the startling revelation came months after the mother of 37-year-old Dexter Wade filed a missing persons report last March.
Last March, okay.
So it's recent.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was the one, yeah. That's the one he had been struck by a police car and killed, then buried at the same cemetery.
Wow.
Had been buried without your knowledge.
Wow. Wait, so he wasn't even in the jail.
No,
he was just
he was just
walking.
Wrong place, wrong time, got struck by a car and
Wow.
put in the ground without ever telling
That
anybody.
police officer was like, "Hey, I'm gonna cover this up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go bury this where I know where there's other bodies buried." And wow. And
Not surprising.
people like that should not be
Mm-mm.
police officers at
Mm-mm.
all. Ever. Like
Oh,
there's
right here, look. That means there are 671 other people buried behind that jail marked with only a number.
Wow.
They were only able to identify 215.
So wow.
And yeah, some of this is dating back to 2016.
Oh, wow. See, and this is why
I've heard really bad things about like the whole jail prison system in Mississippi
Well, yeah,
and
just in
Alabama.
general.
Like it's just unruly how they treat the
Right.
prisoners down there and stuff.
Well, that's a big part of why people don't have trust into even just a general police officer. Like their integrity is there's
null. Yeah.
There are some good ones out there, but
Yeah. We talked about that before.
the integrity of others it affects.
It taints the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Speaking of, I guess this is kind of related to integrity.
Yeah.
Some of you might have heard about it before, but this was kind of controversial a few weeks back. This mom was taking her children to school, and she has an OnlyFans sticker on her car, and the school didn't want her to have it. And they eventually ended up expelling her two sons that go to this school. I think it's a private school. It's a Christian school of some sort.
I mean, the crazy thing to me was like, I don't agree with what this mother did or what she does on OnlyFans, but it is her own.
It's her private time.
It's her
whatever
private,
she wants
her
to do.
private thing.
Yeah.
It's
kind of crazy.
Why do they punish the child?
But then again, it's like it's private property. It's
is
not like a public school. It's
Right.
like more like
Yeah.
a private school.
That's why I
still
think it kind of related to integrity, because I mean it kind of taints the school's integrity by.
That's very
you
true.
know.
Yeah.
And it being a private school is where it makes a difference.
I think so.
Because if it was a public school, there's nothing that.
Right.
Because public, like anybody can go to that school, but with it being private, then
it's closed
it's a
off
big difference.
property. It's a lot different. So.
Right.
Yeah, I also agree. Like the mother should be able to do it, even though it's like she's just asking for her like her children to get bullied.
Right,
But
she's asking for it big time.
Like, but
if we,
at the same time, if it's a private school,
yeah,
and
I mean, if it was
warned them-
kept to her own private life, she probably would have been better off just not having the sticker on her car.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing that, I get that you got to promote yourself, but on your personal vehicle where people are gonna I don't know, it just seems like opens the door for people to be weird.
Could you imagine this though? Like back in the day when we were in school.
Am I tripping? I feel like I just saw like
when we were in school. If you found out one of your friends' moms had an OnlyFans.
I know, right? Could you,
dude?
I wouldn't let it go.
Oh,
I
no.
would bully my friend so bad. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
that's how it
constantly bring
goes.
it up. Yeah, I would constantly bring it up. She's just asking for her
I'd be
children
like,
to get.
Hey, does your mom need some help with her OnlyFans?
Yeah,
would that
like,
be-
you already get your mom jokes, and
Right.
your mom doesn't even do like I already get jokes about my mom, and my mom doesn't do OnlyFans, so it's like that's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
how
they
it is.
happen, yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Right.
Like
'Cause
they're
imagine
gonna
how
bust
it is.
each other's balls. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I think since it's a private school, I mean, they should be able to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
they can do
They can do
whatever they
whatever they want.
want because I mean, as long as it's not hurting anybody. But I think the expelling is too far. Like, why would you expel the kids? Like for
I know,
something
that's-
that their mom
that
did.
seems like a stretch.
Like that's pretty. Like colleges don't even accept certain people if they have reports of them being expelled. Like imagine being expelled and not being accepted into a college because your mom had an OnlyFans thing on her
Right.
car. Like that's so stupid.
I
I feel like
That's such a
decal.
stupid way to not be able to get accepted into some colleges.
Right. I feel like it doesn't say if they've tried talking to this mom, but that would have been the first reaction. Is like, hey,
I believe they did. I believe they had
Okay.
asked her not to have, like, because she was dropping her kids off there, and other people can see it, and
So I mean, sometimes you can live your life however you want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's consequences for the way that you live your life.
that's true. That is true. Not everybody's gonna be
Not everyone's gonna
be on
agree
board
with your
yeah.
lifestyle. Not everybody's gonna be on board with it at all.
Yeah.
So sometimes, hey,
I don't know. I do think the expulsion is pretty steep.
Right.
Huh.
I'm making sure we're still live.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really
Make sure I
weird.
got every. Okay, that's good. We did that.
Got that.
Got
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess we're down to the last few here.
Oh, we're
This is
down to
one
the
you-
sharks?
Yeah, this is the one you brought up.
Yeah. This is old too. I mean, this one's back in April.
Yeah, last year. It's not too bad.
But this is interesting because I've been watching a lot of Forrest Galante, and there was a podcast where he was talking about this. And this thing is this shark that this dude caught was a 14-foot, or based off the measurements of its head, was a 14-foot mako shark. When he was reeling it in, while he was reeling it in, something bit that shark in half.
Look at that.
And other sharks are happening too, yeah. Where they're just being bit in half. Now,
crazy.
you have no size reference for those other ones.
Is this in a like certain location or
It's
just
in Australia. Even this is
Australia?
in
That
Australia.
makes sense too.
The other one that we have was also in Australia, the one that washed up on the shore.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
my-
Oh yeah, the great white.
Yeah.
I saw something on Instagram. It was another kind of podcast format, and they were talking about sharks too, and they were talking about these great whites that are just being washed up with like half of them missing.
Right. Well, and that's one of the things, like, we only have explored like 5% of the ocean.
Right.
And people try and discredit that that Megalodon could still be alive. I don't know how
see
you
why
could.
not.
I don't know how you could say that and say, "Oh yeah, that's not. He's definitely the Megalodon shark is completely extinct." I don't know
Right.
how you can directly say that
No.
when you've only explored 5% of the ocean.
Yeah, I think it's really crazy. Like, I still see stuff on my feed. It's like scientists just found out this new creature exists in the ocean. Like,
100%.
you
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
you
That
can't like
happens all the
completely discredit like maybe there's not a megalodon, but maybe there is something else that's out there just
Right.
killing sharks left and right. Because
Right.
Well,
I
even-
mean, I still see stuff on my feed like saying that they just found out this new thing in the ocean. Like,
Yeah, they do it all the time.
yeah.
Well, even off this one, so the picture I'm referring to is that mako shark, the dude with the black.
This one here.
Yep. But it was completely bit off while he was reeling it.
That would be crazy.
But if you look up like something like the giant squid or colossal squid, when
Oh,
did
yeah.
we discover that? That's a big creature.
Huge. Yeah, the eyeball's like the size of a fucking
It's like
dinner
a
platter.
But yeah, if you look that up really quick, I mean, that was not too long ago. It was in the 2000s.
Was it? I thought it was 90s, but I think you
The
might be
colossal
right.
squid.
Yeah.
Because at first we discovered the giant squid, which was in the 90s.
Hmm.
And then the colossal squid was in the 2000s sometime. I want to say like around 2009.
The colossal squid
Yeah.
was discovered in 1925.
Wow.
Oh.
That's still pretty recent.
It is pretty recent in the grand scheme of things.
Maybe it was just never videotaped.
It was discovered in a sperm whale's stomach.
Oh.
It's pretty crazy that a sperm
That-
whale got a colossal squid.
Right.
Right.
Like, I know sperm whales are huge, but like, that's crazy.
Massive shark found dead on Rhode Island beach. Could help scientists better understand species. Okay.
Oh,
we're
maybe it was
talking-
like the first time it was photographed. In 2005 was the giant squid. It
Okay.
was the first time ever it was actually photographed. Which, that's the thing. Like, if it was, if they were looking for a megalodon, you're not gonna find that in somebody's shark or in somebody's stomach.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
giant squid was. Like, you'd actually have to physically see it, and people say they've seen them.
Right. Here's that great white.
But I find it interesting, dude, because like, I don't know if you've ever seen the jaws of a megalodon shark, but you could physically stand up in that space.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
You're just out there swimming.
Just disappear. Here's that great white.
Yeah, see, and I didn't see this one, but I mean,
A lot of it's still there.
but still, yeah. That could have been multiple sharks. The other one is interesting because it was completely bitten in half.
Yeah, it was.
Like that mako shark's head was
Yeah, this one looks like it had
removed
been-
from its body.
This one looks like it's probably been sitting there a little while.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could still be the megalodon shark could still be around.
Oh,
and
I
find
believe, yeah.
I find it really fascinating. Like you look at some of these species that they've said that, and that's why I've been watching a lot of Forrest Galante, which is the dude that goes out there and finds the animals that they say are extinct.
Okay.
He's the one that's looking for. He wants to go to. He doesn't have the money to do it, but he wants to go to Papua New Guinea to look for the Tasmanian tiger.
Okay.
It's that dude. I've been watching a lot of him, and like it's just interesting to me because like he finds extinct animals that they claim that are extinct all the time.
I feel like I've heard of him before.
Yeah, he's been on Rogan a lot.
Okay. Have you seen the guy who like goes places and like just fucks with wildlife? Like there's I don't know his
I've seen that.
his name before. He just his like comedy stuff, but he'll go like pick up a fucking poison dart frog. and
Oh,
fuck
hell
with it.
no.
Yeah, like weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah, that sounds.
No
yeah.
thanks.
Have you seen these guys?
Or like,
they're pretty crazy and new.
I've heard of that one.
What
Yeah.
the f- is that?
They're in the water. I wish I had
Yeah,
a
it's
video
a-
of them swimming.
That looks like something out of like Stranger Things.
Right.
They're pretty crazy. They're
can't remember what
pretty
they're
new,
called.
so I don't get to really see a whole lot of stuff on them.
Yeah, I heard about
They
that.
have
They
20
discovered
legs.
Damn.
and they're
20
animal
legs?
market. Yeah.
Normally we have
They're technically a
fossils of them.
centipede.
Okay, that
Centipede,
makes
okay.
sense.
I saw like a thing on it because it was like a Christian thing because it was like any animal that doesn't have scales or anything like that and that's in the ocean is like part of the
Damn.
devil or something like that. I didn't really know what that was about, but-
Interesting.
All the
but-
creatures in the ocean are part of the devil.
No, that doesn't have those fish-like
Oh.
creatures. So
Oh,
like
okay,
if it's
yeah.
something in the ocean,
So like an octopus.
or something like that can be fine. But if
Okay.
it has like feathers, like that's weird. That's weird.
It kind of does
That's
have
weird.
feathers, yeah.
But
In the ocean?
mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It's kind of weird. I don't know if they're actually feathers, but they kind of look like it. It doesn't
Well,
look
it's
like
like-
it has scales or anything like it.
Kind of like how they're changing the tune of what dinosaurs look like.
Mm. Well, I
Like
mean,
they
they've
say,
done
like,
that.
they had like when we were growing up, they were
More
giant
feathers.
lizards, and now they're giant birds.
Yep.
Like they had feathers and were acted more like birds than they did lizards.
It's just that goes to the thing where science is just a theory.
Yeah,
It's just a theory. They have no fucking idea.
yeah, and it just revolves.
Yeah. They actually have no idea what they are. Or what
They have
even
no
look
way to know either. I
No.
mean, they're just
It's
taking
just
fossils
theoretical.
that are been in the ground for millions of years.
Right. It's just theoretical.
Yeah.
The one thing I kind of wish was still around was Dunculosis or whatever, however you say it.
Okay.
That's the fish. That's all armor.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's like a
I don't know how to say its name, but yeah, it's like
armored fish.
armored fish. Like even its teeth are part of its armor.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we got.
That's all
today.
we had today. We should
Nothing
look for
else?
some like UFO stuff.
Some UFO stuff.
Yeah, maybe more Bigfoot. We had Bigfoot.
Caleb, pull up a browser and then just type in UFO and just click on news. See if there's anything. Dude, the alien stuff kind of died out, didn't it?
Pretty much.
Like everyone's like, oh no, disclosure.
Oh, I've seen so much more UFO stuff. Yeah, I'll do one. Alien.
I did get one on my Instagram the other day that talked about the jellyfish object that you were
jellyfish
talking about
UFO?
last week. Yeah.
That thing's weird.
Thing.
Alien potato thing.
This one's pretty. Nah, it's not this.
What?
There was a thing that I saw, and it was this lady claiming that she saw like a baby alien, and it was like
a baby alien.
And it was basically a potato with nipples.
What?
Just type in baby alien. Or and then click on
a
news.
Potato
Go up.
with nipples.
Yeah.
Click on another little news tab. See where it says news down.
Oh, down here.
No, just type in UFOs or UFO.
Yeah, UFO. There's a.
And then click news tab. It's right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Ex-Pentagon UFO chief.
Yeah, they're trying to silence a lot of that stuff too. They talked about it a bit.
Wait, Kirkpatrick. That's the dude that was in the hearing about the UFOs. That's that Pentagon dude that came out in the hearing.
What hearing?
Do you remember when they had the UFO hearing?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
About aliens when
Yeah.
they said biological material was
Yeah,
found.
yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Okay, so they gagged him. So
No surprise.
interesting.
Yeah, this was the one they were talking about, like all those fighter pilots that saw.
Yep.
Those objects
The
out
Tic Tac.
in the ocean and.
The Tic Tac. So this goes to show. This kind of
There's a very
shows
strong
me.
concern to engage in public discourse as often as I thought we needed to.
Yeah, this kind of shows me that the reason why they gagged him is because they only want to sprinkle out information.
Yeah.
Enough to change the news cycle
Exactly.
and to deflect narratives.
Yep.
You'll never get full disclosure because they don't want to do that. They want to use it as a way of diversion.
Right. There are more UFO sightings in the Pacific Northwest than anywhere else. That's
No, I wonder why.
not really anything new.
I think there's a thing over there somewhere.
What kind of thing?
But Pacific Northwest would be over there by
Like Oregon.
Nevada area,
Yeah.
right?
No, it'd be more like Washington,
Oh, okay.
Oregon.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking like over towards like Area 51.
Oh, right.
I mean that's west. I don't know if that's considered Pacific Northwest.
Some view UAPs as national security concern. What are people seeing out there could be experimental craft from Russia, China, or U.S. adversaries, or just the U.S. in general.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that
Yeah,
are
there's-
just US in general. There was a thing, I don't remember where I heard it, so don't quote me, but I heard it somewhere where Lockheed Martin actually created multiple like UFO crafts like this, but they
Okay.
will not let the government know
That wouldn't surprise me.
because they don't want any government to have that technology. Which is it's just
That's
weird.
kind of interesting that they're not just money hungry and sell it anyway.
Right. I heard that somewhere. I don't know where I heard it, but somebody else talking about it.
Hmm.
So that's just a big grain of salt right there.
Yeah,
I'm taking
right.
with-
Yeah. Visit a historic mountainous town with the most UFO sightings reported in all of Mexico. Okay.
Tepozhian?
I have no idea.
Valley?
That's cool. Looks like there's some sort of Mayan structure there.
See, no, it's weird though, because like all the news completely just died out.
Pretty much. Other than you catch a few things about the Pentagon folks in the hearings and
I don't know. I still see some alien stuff, like the potato one.
Do you still see some face peelers?
Some face peelers.
haven't heard
No,
anything about that
I
either.
don't see many face peelers.
Well, damn.
I think that'll probably do it. What are we sitting at, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, we already had an hour before, so yeah.
Oh, we're about average, plus the stupid
I
shit we had
can't
earlier.
believe we got shut down.
That was dumb.
They're like, no, you said enough.
You said enough.
We don't want to hear you no more.
Well, yeah. Do all the things, like, share,
Like, share,
subscribe.
comment. So, dude, I still haven't gone back to check if that little thing pops up automatically.
Oh,
Because
I
it's
forgot about that too.
supposedly pops up. So if you say, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
It's supposed to pop up a thing. I don't know.
That'd
So
be
yeah,
cool
if
it
you
did.
want to like it, if you don't want to like it, just unlike it. That's fine too. Just
Whatever. Yeah.
maybe leave a comment, say what we could do better, or if you even just want to have a
Yeah. Freckle Boy, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Thanks for commenting.
thanks for commenting, watching. Oh yeah, love it. But yeah,
Take it easy. Have a good week.
if you guys are watching the Super Bowl,
Oh yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be watching that. You said you were, right?
yeah, I'm gonna watch it with the boys.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys are watching the Super Bowl, have a good
Enjoy.
night. Be safe.
Yep. Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Yeah, but I imagine a lot of people will probably avoid the Super Bowl. But
I could go for some wings though.
some wings. Oh yeah.
Tim's, okay.
What's Tim's?
Pizza.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever had it.
All right, well, everybody take it easy.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good week.